Welcome back to my Lobotomy Corporation bedtime story reading. This is Hitori, and I'll be helping you fall asleep with some ambient audio and awesome OST from our favorite game, as I learn more about Lobotomy Corporation's abnormalities. In the last video, we read about Blue Star. This time, it will be Shelter from the 27th of March. This is now the 65th Abnormality in Love Corp reading. Check the entire playlist on the card on the upper right of this video. Let's begin. Shelter from the 27th of March. T-09-82 is a he-tool abnormality that takes the appearance of a bomb shelter made from an unknown material. It isolates its interior from all outside influences, including light. The shelter has two visible two-pillar structures on the sides of the front, with the left one having the symbols 01 and the right having A0. Only the A0 pillar is visible in the abnormalities portrait. There are 4 metallic boxes visible in the background, all labeled with the same logo. A blue P in a white circle with a black line going diagonally from the top left of the circle to the bottom right and cutting through the P at the bottom of its curve. The objects and structures seem to be stained with blood. It is also its own containment chamber, with the entrance still on the right side as usual. In its description, it's mentioned that the shelter has enough supplies and space to house several persons, although it's unknown where the space is since the camera's view is limited to the front of the building. Ability. The shelter from the 27th of March can house 1 employee during use. The employee in the shelter will start to recover 8 HP and SP every 5 seconds and will become immune to any damage, as well as a few instant kill effects, excluding any damage or effects caused by Portrait of Another World O-09-91. If the employee was being pursued by a hostile entity, they will become undetectable to the entity upon entering. If the employee remains in the shelter for more than 30 seconds, a random abnormality in the facility will get its Gleefoth counter dropped to 0 every time the employee heals, until the employee leaves the shelter. The player can stop the work at any time, at which point the timer is reset. Log End Method. Log End method can be unlocked depending on the interaction amount. The interaction amount would be 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes. Log. A bomb shelter that completely protects its interior from all hazardous influences of the outside world, including light. The shelter still retains the memory of that day. Company P wished to construct the safest place on Earth. As such, the interior of this shelter houses a large number of non-perishable goods, which would allow anyone who stayed inside to survive for an extremely long period of time. Thanks to this shelter, the selected refugees were safely shielded from the ocean of endless screams and bloodshed. However, this shelter, while perfectly safe on the inside, alters the reality of the outside to be even more hopeless. It literally makes itself into the safest place on Earth. Method. Any subject who enters shelter from the 27th of March will be immune to all forms of damage. However, this does not apply to damage caused by O-09-91. Furthermore, the subject's HP and SP will solely recover starting the moment they enter shelter from the 27th of March. If a subject enters shelter from the 27th of March while being pursued by a hostile entity, the subject will become undetectable to the pursuer. If any subject remains inside shelter from the 27th of March for more than 30 seconds, the glyphos counter of a randomly chosen abnormality currently contained in the facility will fall to 0. Such a phenomenon will repeatedly occur to all containment units until the subject exits shelter from the 27th of March. Trivia. The shelter from the 27th of March is the first abnormality that acts as its own containment room. In its portrait, the current version of the abnormality is displayed, but in a grayscale palette. Because it is classified under trauma, it can be assumed that this abnormality correlates to an event of a specific day that was so traumatic and horrific as to warrant this abnormality's creation. It may also be based on traumatic war flashbacks. Similarly, it may be based on the Smoke War, the large-scale conflict resulting in the establishment of Lobotomy Corporation as the current Corp. Likewise, it is possible that the shelter of the 27th of March is additionally based on agoraphobia. The company P mentioned is in reference to P Corp, another wing similarly to L Corp. Shelter from the 27th of March is the only abnormality to not have the black and bold number 27 visible on the wall of the containment unit. This abnormality has helped me out in one of the missions. I'm not sure which Sephira I was supposed to be suppressing at that time, or where one of its mission was to surpass midnight. I don't really remember much of that particular moment, but everything was in chaos for midnight. so I thought might as well put one of my employees inside the shelter. It was one of those times where I was able to see my entire facility have all of the abnormalities breach out all at the same time. And from then on, I'd always remember that if there is a meltdown going on, selecting this abnormality, I would wait for the nugget to go in and immediately just click out, because at the end of the day, abnormalities escaping is just not worth it. Also, I don't really like using tool abnormalities. If I can get away with meltdowns, not doing any other thing but lowering the energy that you have already gathered, then I will take that chance to never use any other tool abnormality ever again. Now, if you have tips or interesting details about this abnormality, please comment about it down below. If you like, you can also catch my stream on Twitch and here on YouTube so that you can assist me if you're a veteran in the game. If you want more Project Moon content from me, please don't hesitate to like the video. You can also support me further at my Patreon. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'd like to thank my current Patreon supporters that are shown on the screen, as well as my Twitch subscribers. And to always let you know that I appreciate everything you do for me. Truly. This thanks is also extended to who is currently watching.